Good morning, El Paso. Parts of I-10 near downtown shut down for hours overnight after a deadly crash. The latest from our round-the-clock crew live on the scene.
President Obama visiting survivors and families in Orlando as we learn new details about the gunman's actions ahead of the tragic shooting. I'm Adrienne Bankert in New York. We'll have that story for you coming up.
Plus, a new trial date has been set for the man accused of killing a fellow deputy in Las Cruces.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Rise and shine, a very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle. Hillary Florin is off today. We do have some developing news, including that closure of I-10 going east. But first, we want to talk about our forecast because, Nicole, we're under a first alert. We're seeing some extreme heat.
We are, Stephanie, and that's why that first alert is in effect. The heat wave actually starts today. Will stick around through your Father's Day weekend. So let's talk about what you can expect. Heat advisory kicks in at lunchtime and will stick around until 8 o'clock. The good news is we will see cooler temperatures, but not until next week. So you'll need the sunblock today, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Forecast temperatures will start to warm up, but by lunchtime until 4 o'clock, that's when we're expecting the heat of the day to kick in. 6 o'clock, we're still expecting those hot temperatures. This morning, we're off to a nice start. 7 o'clock, we're at 75 degrees. Sunny by 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock temperatures already climbing into the 90s, so it will be hot. Comfortable right now, El Paso, we're at 68, 58 Las Cruces. Ruidoso, we're at 64, 66 is the current temperature in TRC. But coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk about some heat tips to keep you, or prepare you, I should say, for the rest of your weekend. Stephanie.
Okay, Nicole, thank you. And now back to that breaking news we've been following all morning. At least one person is dead after a crash on I-10 East overnight. This happened at 10:30 by the Porfirio Diaz exit, and it has kept all the eastbound lanes of the freeway shut down until right now. And this is where we find Good Morning El Paso's Denise Olivas live with an update. Denise.
Good morning, Stephanie. It looks like the freeway, the eastbound lanes, could open in the next 30 minutes or maybe the next hour. TxDOT was reporting a 7 a.m. open of the freeway right now, but as you can see behind me, all that is left right now is a El Paso Fire Department unit that just arrived a few minutes ago to clear the scene and to remove any debris that was left over. The police department's special traffic investigators are no longer here. They actually just left minutes ago before we went live. So now to the details and what we know so far about what happened. Very limited details at this hour. We know one person was killed, but when we were out here at the scene, we did notice that there were no other vehicles that looked to be damaged or that were possibly involved in the crash. Again, that has not been confirmed. As soon as police release any more details, they were out here since 10:30 last night, and at this point I-10 is still closed off, but it looks like it could possibly open a little sooner than expected. As soon as it does, of course, we'll be here to let you know. For now, we are live in West El Paso. Denise Olivas, ABC7.
All right, Denise, thank you so much. And now we have new details about the Orlando gunman and his wife. The couple was texting one another during the massacre last weekend. It's not clear whether his wife was aware what he was doing at the time. As this new information came out, President Obama and Vice President Biden joined the survivors and their families in Florida. ABC's Adrienne Bankert has new information this morning.
At a memorial site in Orlando, President Obama and Vice President Biden laying a white rose for each life lost at the Pulse nightclub. Mourners gathering to attend funerals, the president meeting privately with nightclub employees, making a plea for more action.
If you have lone wolf attacks like this, hatched in the minds of a disturbed person, then we're going to have to take different kinds of steps in order to prevent something like this from happening.
This as the FBI has yet to comment on additional warning signs that point to Omar Mateen's disturbing behavior, including suspicions from the owner of this Florida gun store. Staff contacting authorities when he asked for bulk ammunition and body armor.
Our intuition was correct, and it's very sad that we had him that close. It was that close that law enforcement could have got their hands on him.
And new evidence points to text messages Mateen sent his wife in the midst of the massacre. Multiple sources telling ABC News Mateen's widow is being cooperative, but the FBI still trying to figure out whether she's being truthful about how much she knew prior to the attack. Both she and the gunman's father have been placed on a no-fly list. And as the investigation continues, one of the survivors met with the police officer who bravely rescued him in the heat of the gun battle. Signs that the community is continuing to be Orlando strong.
So glad you're alive, man.
This issue being played out in public and being debated in the Senate. A vote on amendments that could extend background checks and restrict access to guns for those on a terror watch list expected to happen on Tuesday of next week. Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, New York.
The El Paso County Sheriff's Office wants county employees to be prepared in case they ever encounter an active shooter. Employees spent hours yesterday learning the do's and don'ts. First, deputies say you should avoid the gunman by running for the nearest exit. Also, lock doors and barricade yourself somewhere safe. And if you do encounter the gunman, they say to defend yourself. The Sheriff's Office hopes to hold classes for the general public in the future. The former Santa Fe County deputy accused of killing his partner in Las Cruces has a new trial date. Tai Chan will be back in court November 28th. This is according to a district attorney spokesman out of Doñana County. Last week, a judge declared a mistrial after the jury could not agree on a verdict. In 2014, Chan shot his partner Jeremy Martin at a hotel. His lawyers claim it was self-defense. We now know the punishment for a man who admitted to killing his mother-in-law. 27-year-old Armando Munoz was originally charged with murder, but he instead pleaded guilty to aggravated assault causing bodily injury. Munoz was sentenced to a 10-year suspended prison term, 10 years of probation, and 120 days in jail. It was 2013 when Munoz shot and killed Bobby Hackney. It started as a fight between Munoz and his wife at their northeast El Paso home. Court documents state Munoz got a gun from his bedroom. Hackney was trying to break up the fight, and she and her daughter tried to take the gun away, but that's when the gun fired and Hackney was shot and killed. It is now 6:07 on the dot. Time for weather and traffic on the 7s, and we're starting with our first alert forecast with Nicole Gomez.
Hi, Stephanie. Not too bad right now. El Paso, we're at 68 degrees, east to southeast winds at 6 miles per hour. So we're off to a very comfortable start. A little cooler in Las Cruces at 58, northwest winds at 6 miles per hour. But our heat wave will start today. Make sure you stay hydrated, use sunscreen, and wear light colored clothing throughout the afternoon. And the reason I say that is because the heat advisory will kick in tomorrow, but we're still expecting hot temperatures in the forecast for today. So that heat advisory starts at lunchtime, sticks around until 8 o'clock for Doñana, El Paso, Hudspeth, and Otero County. So we're tracking the heat starting today through the weekend. Those details coming up in your full forecast. Mauricio.
Well, Nicole, traffic coming to a screeching halt here on I-10 near Executive due to an accident or crash that happened last night near Porfirio Diaz, a deadly crash that we were talking about earlier with Denise, who was live. But as we see right now on I-10 East, that red traffic, stop and go, traffic moving extremely slow right now at 9 miles an hour. So if you are heading out there, I recommend you get off on Sunland Park, from Sunland, get on Mesa, and then Mesa back on downtown. You can merge once again onto I-10. But the good news, though, is that that's really the only place we're seeing traffic really come to a standstill throughout. And now let's give you a live shot with our ABC7 text dot camera. I-10 at mile marker 14. You see that eastbound lane on the right side of your screen is really starting to clog up.
All right, Mauricio, it does definitely look backed up out there. Thank you for the update. And we have more to come here on Good Morning El Paso. Governor Susana Martinez is calling in additional reinforcements to help fight a wildfire. It's still uncontained this morning. Plus, additional resources being called in to help during the upcoming Olympics in August. We'll explain. It is 6:09, and this is ABC 7, where news comes first.
Would you believe my boy used to have food sensitivities? But then we fed him Blue Basics, and he's never looked or felt better.
If your dog has food sensitivities, it's time to try limited ingredient Blue Basics.
In a good, clean salad, every ingredient is the main ingredient. The strawberry poppy seed, romaine, mandarin, pineapple, blueberry, strawberry, 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 salad with chicken. At Panera, food as it should be.
Olay Regenerist renews from within, plumping surface cells for a dramatic transformation without the need for fillers. Your concert team might show your age. Your skin never will. Olay Regenerist. Olay, ageless. And try the microsculpting cream you love, now with lightweight SPF 30.
Whether it's rainy, whether it's sunny, whether it's windy and dusty, your weather is right here. The ABC7 Storm Track weather app. Live interactive radar, weather alerts, current conditions, and more on your smartphone or tablet. Search KVIA in the App Store and Google Play.
This portion of ABC7 News is sponsored by Watson Law Firm.
Dickpo Chrysler Jeep and Dickpo Dodge Ram are joining forces again to bring you the most exciting summer ever. It's the Dickpo Summer Fun Sale, and it's early closeout of the 2016 Chryslers, Jeeps, Dodges, and Rams. Special credit union financing on over 500 used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Check this out. With every car sold during this sale, get a family fun pack for 6 to Western Playland. Dickpo Chrysler Jeep, 6501 Montana. Dickpo Dodge Ram, 1363 Airway.
Where you spend less and get more.